Good Friday morning, sports fans. This is your talk show, your sports show. I am your host, Glenn Finley. We are going to be going over a lot of stuff today, jam packed show for you today. First of all, I want to make sure that you know that you can contact the show at our brand new email address, and that is your sports show, all lowercase letters, your sports show at yahoo.com. We're going to be answering questions. We'll be taking your ideas. We'll be looking at your ideas. So please go over to your email and get on there and type in your sports show at yahoo.com, and you'll be able to email us, and we'll read your emails right live online during our showtime. Member shows drop every Friday. Every Friday, we're going to be trying to put out a new show, new content for you, especially as we get closer to the NFL draft. We get into NFL free agency. We get into the start of the Major League Baseball season. The Penguins are certainly going to have a lot to say here in the next week or two. There's a lot of stuff going on. Possibility of Pitt making the NCAA tournament. If not, they'll be in the NIT tournament. St. Bonaventure basketball. Just a lot of stuff to look at and to get ready for. So let's start off our time today. Yesterday, Steelers general manager Omar he had his presser. It was supposed to be last week, but there was a death in the Khan family. Our condolences go out to Omar and his family for their loss. But we're here to concentrate on what happened yesterday. What happened yesterday during his presser? Um, in true Steelers fashion, Omar said a lot and didn't say a thing, and that doesn't surprise me. But the media and all these people who need to make headlines were making all kind of deals about what he said about Kenny Pickett and what he said about contract situations, and they're just it wasn't there. They're fabricating a lot of stuff. What he said was Kenny Pickett is the only one we have on our roster right now that we believe in Kenny Pickett. Well, you have to believe in Kenny Pickett if he's the only one on your roster. Are they going to bring in somebody else? Speculation is that they are in the Justin Fields sweepstakes. Um, Speculation could be that Russell Wilson could be a landing spot. The Steelers could be a landing spot for him. I want to give you my opinion on this as we sit here March 1st, 2024. If I had to choose, if you put the three quarterbacks up, if you put up Kenny Pickett, Russell Wilson, and Justin Fields, let me tell you what I think about each one of these. First of all, you have to understand where the Steelers are right now. We are in a place where I don't think it's right, but we're trying to win now. I'm not sure we have the team to do that with. However, you do have Cam Hayward, who is probably in the last year or years of his career. This could be it for him. This could be it for Cam. Really glad that Cam won the Walter Payton Award. He is so deserving of that award. Congratulations, Cam. You've been a model Steeler. If you, I mean, I think a year after he retires, he should be in the Hall of Honor. But to say that we need to go out and win a Super Bowl for Cam and be all in on that, I just think is wrong thinking. Certainly, I think we're close. We're close. I mean, certainly we were in the playoffs last year, but we have far too many lapses in our play, and that is due to the coaching staff, not Mike Tomlin. I cannot stress this enough. You people who are Mike Tomlin bashers, this is my platform now. I have went toe to toe with 93.7 The Fan. They are your consummate Pittsburgh fan. You haven't won a championship for us, so you need this. There's the door. No, no. Mike Tomlin is the perfect NFL coach for this team. I want to go on record as saying, I hope Mike Tomlin stays for another 15 years. I hope that Mike Tomlin continues to have winning seasons. I hope Mike Tomlin surpasses Bill Belichick in total wins. If he wants to do that, if that's his desire, if he has the fire in his belly, mark my words, it was said here first, March 1st, 2024, your sports show, Len Finley, the host, said that Mike Tomlin can break the all-time coaching record for wins. He can do it. He started young. He's winning a lot. And he has the franchise. He has the stability. He's got Omar Khan, the GM. They figure out their quarterback situation for the next 10 to 15 years. People are going to be talking about Mike Tomlin climbing that ladder. Everybody's talking about Andy Reid. Andy Reid's a wonderful coach. It would be a long shot for him to do it. Why? Because he's older. He's older. He's already had a little bit of failing health. I just think it's a long shot for him to do it. Mike Tomlin, very healthy. Younger guy. He's my age. I remember when Mike Tomlin started and he was my age. Mike Tomlin's a winner. You look at the teams that we had that he has coached his way through. The the personalities that he's had to deal with. The Antonio Browns, the Le'Veon Bells. As much as I love Ben, the Ben Roethlisbergers. Everything that he's had to work his way through. And he's done it with class. Le'Veon Bell left the Pittsburgh Steelers and amounted to zero. Antonio Brown, God bless him, left our team and amounted to zero. Now, caveat, Antonio Brown, I think we are going to find out in future years, and again, March 1st, 2024, Pastor Len said it, Antonio Brown suffers from CTE, undiagnosed CTE, because you can't diagnose it until autopsy. But if you look at his behavior, look at the erratic behavior that he has had, all this after the hit from Vontez Perfect. You know which one I'm talking about, the one over the middle. Knocked him out cold. Those games with the Bengals and the Ravens were not good for him. He has CTE. But getting back to the point, Mike Tomlin has coached his way through all that. Never had a losing season. People, wake up. You have a perfect head coach. 32 NFL teams. By the numbers, you should win a Super Bowl every 32 years. Numbers are numbers. Everybody takes their turn. If you're winning more than one every 32 years, you're a great franchise. In 50 plus years, we've won six. Six. Pump the brakes. Now, the quarterback situation. Again, I said if you put the three of them together, I'm going to give you my take on this now. So Kenny Pickett is probably going to be a very efficient NFL quarterback in a few years. Is he going to be one of those guys that's going to make you go, wow? No, that's not going to be Kenny Pickett. Never going to happen. Kenny's a great college quarterback. He'll be a fair pro quarterback. Probably a high-end backup. Justin Fields. Justin Fields' potential meter is a lot higher. A lot higher. You put that with Arthur Smith's offense that is a very quarterback-friendly offense. 1, 2 reads. That's it. High running potential. The running game is highlighted. You have two quality running backs. You have an offensive line that is coming together. Late last year was a dominant running game. You have young wide receivers. And we're going to talk about the wide receiver room in just a minute. Justin Fields would be a good fit for this team. He just would be. No question. Russell Wilson is the perfect quarterback if you're trying to win this year. Russell is just cresting on the downside. He just peaked a few years ago. Denver, not the right fit for him. Not the right fit for him at all. Pittsburgh, better fit. Most quarterbacks will be a better fit for the Steelers now. Strong defense, strong running game, playmakers, solid franchise. Good fit. Who do I want to see them get? I really think Kenny's a backup. So I think he's your number two. Because let's face it, this is the new NFL. The new NFL. You cannot make it through a full season with one quarterback. You need two. Let's stop thinking that we need one quarterback. You need two. Kenny's your number two. Your number one probably should be Justin Fields. Probably should be Justin Fields. Why? Too many times NFL teams have QB1s and QB2s that are nothing alike. If you're running a single offense, your QB1 and QB2 should have the same skill set. That just makes sense. That makes sense. Russell Wilson would be a great fit as well. But if I'm going to choose, I'm going to choose the youth. I'm going to choose the legs. I'm going to choose the running ability and a running offense of Justin Fields. I'll roll with Justin Fields. Of course, I'm the one who doesn't think we should be in a win now mentality. But I think we need to be in a win in the next 3 or 4 years mentality. Because we have a lot of contracts that are going to come up that are going to be hefty prices to pay. So we need to be thinking ahead on that just a little bit. In that vein, the Najee Harris extension. Najee is looking down the barrel of getting an extension. Excuse me, my mouth is getting dry. I am of the school that says running backs do not get a second contract. They are an asset that it is rare for them to thrive past the first contract. And that's sad. That's terrible. But if you're going to give Najee a second contract, it has to be something in a team friendly range. Maybe in the middle of the pack as far as running back salaries. If not, bye-bye. Tough decisions have to be made. Talking about tough decisions having to be made, Arthur Smith is now your new offensive coordinator, and we're all thrilled about that. We're thrilled about what the Tennessee Titans looked like when Arthur Smith was the offensive coordinator. As Pittsburgh Steelers fans, we love to run the football, and that's what Arthur Smith does very well. And the reason he does that very well is he has very big, tall, physical wide receivers. George Pickens is going to have to get into that mold where he can be a physical wide receiver, where he wants to be a physical wide receiver. The tight end room, I'm fine with. I think Freiermuth going to Penn State, I think he has that in him. The one person who doesn't have that in him is Deontay Johnson. There's no mistake here. I've never been a Deontay Johnson fan. He's a great route runner. Deontay Johnson, one of the finest route runners in the NFL. Bar none. He's not a physical presence. He quits on the field. He drops passes. He's not going to fit in Arthur Smith's offense. He's just not. Arthur Smith's offense is not going to work to its greatest capability with with Deontay Johnson at wide receiver. Now, what does that mean? That means you have an epic trade piece right now, an epic trade piece. And I hope Omar Khan at the combine is fishing. I hope he's fishing for trade partners for Deontay Johnson. Because if we can recover a second round pick, maybe a second and a third, that if you did them ahead of time, you could use as fodder to bring in a Justin Fields. Wide receiver is going to be a big part of this draft, I think. I would love to see them go get Bub Means from Pitt. I think Bub Means would fit into this offense really well. I'm a little worried about Calvin Austin III. It's a good thing he's a punt returner. I think that's going to be a saving grace. I want to take a few minutes. I don't want this to be a long video. I'm already in 16 minutes, so I'm going to try to hit the rest of this very quickly. We are going to do some draft things coming up in the next few weeks. And the first place we're going to go is center, and there's 3 prospects I have on my list that I think would be either ideal or would work for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Of course, we released Mason Cole. So we're going to be talking about that on our next show. Again, email me your ideas at yoursportshow@yahoo.com. Tell me who you want us to draft as a center. And if it's different than my 3, I'll add them to my list and we'll review them next Friday here on Your Sports Show. Getting into Penguins news. Not a whole lot on the Penguins news front since our last time we met. Emil Bemstrom has come to Pittsburgh. Benstrom is going to be a power play specialist. He's a third liner. He's not moving the needle for me. However, we are on the cusp of possibly a Jake Gensel trade. Do I want to trade Jake Gensel? No, I do not. Do I want to trade Sidney Crosby? No, I do not. Do I want to trade Chris Letang? No, I do not. But I do think it's time. We have been playing around and stretching this window and stretching this window and stretching this window. And it's, folks, the window's over. The window's over. It's time to tear down the Penguins and start over again. So what you can get for Jake Gensel, make sure it's a haul. Make sure it's a haul so you can get some draft picks and get some young talent in the pipeline. Because it's time to start retooling. It's time to start retooling this team. Want to touch on the Pirates really quickly here. There was an article that came out recently where they're rating teams and how many win totals they think they're going to have for the year. And they have the Pirates in the mid-70s for win totals. If you take 75 as mid-70s, that would be a record of 75 and 87. And I don't know about you, but that is absolutely atrocious. That's horrible. Horrible. It is time for us to get serious as the Pittsburgh Pirates. It's time for Pittsburgh management to get serious. And I know it starts from the owner, Bob Nutting. It's time to put up or shut up. It's time to make this team or get out. Plain and simple. Let's look at the people you have that are either with the major league team or will be later this year. I'm going to start off with the guy who had his major league debut yesterday in spring training. And that's Paul Skenes. Paul Skenes, what a personality. The mustache. Oh, the mustache. I can say this because it's a YouTube channel. Great 70s porn mustache. He's just got such personality. His first outing in spring training. First outing of the year in spring training. He's humming at 102. 102 miles an hour in spring training. This is a special talent. It's a special talent. Take care of him. Work him properly. Take care of him. Get him with a major league club ASAP. But look at the other people you have in this team. O'Neal Cruz coming off an injury. Dynamic shortstop. Dynamic shortstop. Will he move positions maybe at some point in his career? Probably. But right now, you need his bat in the lineup. I watched this kid in Altoona. Phenomenal player. And right now, him at shortstop and Key Brian Hayes at third base. Key Brian Hayes just won the Gold Glove last year. If you don't move O'Neal Cruz, you have a solid left side of the infield for years. Brian Reynolds, just gave a big contract to Brian Reynolds. He is one of your best players in the outfield. Mitch Keller just got a new contract. So there's two pieces of your rotation. You have locker room guys this year. Good locker room guys. Andrew McCutcheon, going to get some milestones this year playing with the Pirates. And Rowdy Tellez you brought over from the Milwaukee Brewers. Rowdy Tellez not going to move the needle a whole lot as far as play on the field, but a good locker room guy. I think he's going to be good for the locker room. He being with the Milwaukee Brewers, he knows how to win. The time is now. I said that the time has passed for the Penguins. The time is right now for the Pirates. Right now. Make your trades. Get whatever you need to get. Start building this team. Start competing. Get serious. Get as serious as a Paul Skeens fastball. We're ready. This city is ready. These fans are ready. Your stadium's ready. It is time to blow the lid off this bad boy and start competing in the National League. Start showing those people in LA that it isn't about buying a team, it's about building a team. It's about building chemistry, not shoving an all-star team together. Get serious about it. 75 wins is not going to happen. Not going to make it happen. You need to flip that around. Instead of 75 and 87, you need to be 87 and 75. But that's going to do it for today. That's going to do it for our show today. Thank you for coming over and checking us out. Please like and subscribe to the channel. Tell everybody you know about the channel. Say there's a goofy pastor talking sports, talking Pittsburgh sports. Next week, we're going to get into more of the centers for the NFL draft. We're going to get you up to date on any Penguins trades, on any Pirates news, anything happening in the world of the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to be getting on that. We're going to talk some Pitt basketball next week, too, as they're going to be gearing up for whatever tournament they're going to be in. So for now, thank you for watching. And remember, this is your sports show. Your sports show. So call us or get on our email at yoursportsshow@yahoo.com. So thank you. Have a great week, everybody. And until next time, play sports.